Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we would do something a little different. I don't have enough money to do challenges. I put as much money as I can against my debt to reduce my interest, as it's at 22% on one of my cards. So I don't feel that I actually can do $100 challenge and afford to leave that money sitting somewhere else. So while I was laying awake, as one does, thinking about their debts, I thought the only thing I do save is my coins. So I was having a bit of a poke around the internet, the interwebs, and I was looking at various different ones, and I couldn't find one that actually was suited me for Australian coins and things like that. So I've just knocked this out in Excel. It was really quite simple. It's just 5-cent increments all the way through to $10. And if I can mark all these off, I will have saved $1,000. So I'd probably put that against my debts because that's where it normally goes. But a couple of dollars every month, is not going to make a huge amount of difference to my interest, but I can at least still feel like I'm participating in some sort of challenge. I do apologise, there will be coins going in the jar. It may be noisy, and I want to try and knock out some of these bigger ones first, so it's not so hard to fill in some of these little ones later on. So there is actually 200 squares here. I think there's 10 per row in 5-cent increments, and then 20 rows, which equals 200. So how it would work, and I would take some coins at 6, 7, 8, $10. So there's $10 there in Australian dollars. That's 6, 8, 9, 10. Put that in my jar quietly as possible, and then I would mark the 10 off. And let's see how many we can mark off. So this is just me starting this jar with what I already had saved for the year. So that's 7, 8, 9. So I've got to do 9.95 is the next one. You know, I looked at this pile of coins and I thought, oh yeah, that's going to do a heap. But I think I'm going to be lucky just to get this row out. So let's keep going. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And we want 90 cents as a 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So we can knock off that one. So you sort of get the gist of how this is going to go. So when I empty my wallet, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when I empty my wallet every week, when I do my cash stuffing, if I have only got $5.40, I would mark off $5.40. Okay, here we go. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 70, 85. 985. So I thought with what I had, if I could knock out some of these bigger ones, it won't be so hard later on. And say I've got $16 left over, I could do a 9 and a 7, you know. That's how it would work. You can split it up over several, or just do the ones you've got. So there's $4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $9. We have $9 there, and I need 80 cents. And we'll put that in the jar. Yeah, so there's not much left, so I don't think I will even get a row done. I was thinking, oh yeah, there's heaps there. But when you start, putting it together, so when this sheet's finished, I should have 1,004.55 I just put 1,000 on the top because like 1,455 is a bit, didn't look nice to me. I like even things. So let's see how we go on now. Let's see what we've got. So I'm just going to split them up. Oh, you can't see that. Move it up so you can see. I'm just going to try and put things into the right denominations. And let's see what we can get at. I hope everyone's feeling well. I have been unwell all month. I've had that many COVID tests. It's not funny. I've had vertigo. I've had migraines. I've had the sweats happening. And I keep doing COVID tests and they keep coming back negative. So I must have an infection somewhere. I'm just not sure where. Maybe my lady bit. Who'd know? Yeah, so I'm not feeling that best. If anyone is interested, this here, which is quite dirty, I should have cleaned it, is an old 1 cent piece. I should give it a bath. She's looking a bit nasty though. Well, we won't be using that. I'll just keep putting it in just for fun because it throws the counter out at the bank. All right, let's see how we go. Here we got $1, $2, $3, $4. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's another $1. Yeah, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, 80, 90, $1. Another $1. I've got $2 there, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $8, 10, 20, 30, 45. $8.45. Let's have a look on our sheet. $8.45 is over here. So we will put that into our big jar. So yeah, as I said, I was looking at the jar thinking, oh, that's a lot of coins in there actually. I'm going to fill in a whole row. I might have if I was down the other end, if I started down here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 squares knocked out. So every time I come in and do my cash, that's what I'll do, just for fun. I'm just going to add up what is in there. Because I wanted a counting money box for Christmas. That's all I wanted, was a counting money box for Christmas. Didn't get one. I am very grateful for what I did get, but I didn't get my counting money box, which is like $10. So I might buy it for myself, but I'm trying to get so many things done. I need to put a septic in here at the farm, and I need to put walls up on my shed so the rain doesn't come in and get me, and lots of essential things like that. I also drive an older car, and one day I'd like an older car, a newer car, not an old one, a newer car that doesn't cost me $150 a week in petrol. So yeah, so here we are. We've got $57.95 already out of our $1,000 challenge, and yeah, we'll just keep going until it's all coloured in, and then, you know, we'll work out what we're going to do with this, which will probably go to debt, but it gives me a challenge to do, and you know, I'll watch other YouTubers, and yeah, please feel free to like and subscribe. The only reason I do this channel is so I am accountable for what I say I am going to do. There's not that many people in my life that I can talk to my finances about, so you know, why not tell the whole general public? But it gives me, something to say, well, actually, you said you were going to do that, so you need to do it. And I can watch back on my videos and go, you know what? I watched a video 3 months ago and I'm like, you know what? That situation has come and gone. I've moved on from that. I've paid that. I survived. There's more money in my savings, and it's a good reference point for me to go back to and say, well, yeah, you are only putting $5 a week away in that envelope, but your $5 a week is now, sitting at $90. So it keeps me motivated and keeps me going. And yes, it's my debt. It is my fault. There were some things out of my control that I had to pay for, but if I'd been a savvy person, I would have had money in the bank so that these situations didn't happen, but I didn't. So it's taught me a good life lesson. It's actually teaching my daughter a good life lesson, even though she's got her spendathon happening. But, she can just come to me and say, Mum, how did you fix that? And I can go, well, here, this is what I did. So, yeah. So I hope you like my little sheet. I just whipped this up in Excel, copied it over into Word, whacked some clip art on it. So, don't feel that if you're in debt and you see people doing these things that you have to go out and, spend money on trackers and things like that. Make your own. Everyone knows my envelopes are mostly handmade or free resources from the Budget Mum. Yes, I do have to pay for paper and I do have to pay for ink, but it's a lot cheaper than, buying things. I need ink anyway for my job, and the 1 or 2 pages I'm printing out is not going to, make a huge difference. So here's some of my envelopes. This is an old book. I work with a lot of autistic people. They have behaviours, and one of their behaviours is actually tearing books, and it's not so much of the behaviour as a coping mechanism for them. The repetitiveness, or maybe there's something wrong with the page. Maybe the corner's a bit bent, and they don't like that it's bent because it's out of their neat range, and they will rip that out. And then what happens is the book starts to look a little tatty, and then they'll just keep ripping, trying to get that perfection that they need in their lives to, because that's what they can control. So I used to think it was such a waste for all these nice pictures and that to be thrown out. So I now make envelopes with them, or I'll make a birthday card with them, or, something like that. Or I stick them on their fridge, cut them out, put pretty borders on them, put them on their fridge, and, when the next book hits the dust for whatever particular reason it annoyed someone on the day for, then you just change them out. So, it's not something that you need to control. It's them controlling their environment, and if they need to rip it, then they need to rip it. That's just how it is. So, don't feel that you need to spend a fortune on your debt journey. I film on my iPhone. I have the worst mount ever for my phone. It was $10 from Target, and it does my head in. It doesn't hold the weight of the phone. There's nowhere for it to really clip to. It's thick. The clip's bigger than a table. It just does my head in. I've got to pack it out. But, the phone I need for work, I've already got the phone. I'm recording on my phone. These are, would be waste. And this is something that just whacked up on the computer, because I'm stuck in quarantine. So, do what you can. Don't spend a fortune to get out of debt, is what I'm trying to get across. Be resourceful. Use what you've got. Don't think you have to go to the craft store and, buy a heap of stuff. It defeats the purpose of why you're doing the journey. And yes, it might be, my budgets might not be up to standard with some other YouTubers and things like that, but at the end of the day, my goal is to pay off my debt and have a toilet that flushes that I don't have to, empty a composting toilet for. So, small goals in life, but yeah, we'll get there. Well, I hope you like this. I will introduce it in my regular cash stuffing. I have waffled on for ages, so I will let you go. So bye now.